Hello, everyone, and welcome to an overcast and gray day at the Sunstrom Field as the Cardinals host the Anoka Tornadoes. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro behind home plate. And Howie, a tough task ahead of the Cardinals, a very strong Anoka club.
Yeah, this is an Anoka club that I believe, 9 out of their last 10 games they've won. They're 11-4 on the season. Cardinals are struggling. They're struggling to hit the ball. I know they're going through a number of pitchers, and so this is an opportunity for C against a pretty good team to see if they can get right.
Look at the batting order for Anoka. Sam Poser, the second baseman, will lead things off, followed by Reagan Reeder. Will Check is in the hole with Lewis Hertling, the pitcher, hitting cleanup. Evan Frecking, Mason Hoheisel, Logan Jungling, Fred Hubner, and Sawyer Chell round out the order.
And on the mound for the Cardinals, Jaden Kopp hasn't had a lot of innings, just one so far this season. But I would imagine the Cardinals are looking for some fresh arms, looking for rest some guys at times, and Kopp's going to get the start. Normally, such a great force behind the plate defensively for sure, and obviously a pretty good hitter. He'll be in the lineup hitting, but that puts him on the mound.
Well, we know he's got an arm from what he has done, throwing out a couple of runners the last broadcast we did over at Wintercrest Park. Cardinals, though, have lost 7 in a row. Interestingly enough, as we see the first pitch down in the zone, 1-0. The one team to beat Anoka over the last 10 is the last team the Cardinals beat, Totino Grace. But talking to Coach Bright, he said, it's just their hitting has been tough to get going.
Yeah.
When they score runs, they win games. But they have 7 games this season with just 1 run on the board.
Sam Poser, the leadoff hitter for Anoka, hitting .270 on the season. But and this is an opportunity here. They've got to get the bats going. And typically, Coon Rapids can hit the ball, and they're just not doing so far yet this season.
Get me over the plate changeup for strike 1 on 3-0. Poser taking all the way as Kopp working quickly, but having trouble locating the zone. Gets one down at the knees right there to get back to a full count.
Yeah, big strike there because now you put your batter at the point where you've got to do something unless the pitch isn't there.
Just out the outside edge and a leadoff walk.
That pitch didn't miss by too much.
But yes, the Cardinals' offense has struggled. Defense has had its moments as well throughout the season, but some guys later in the season getting some fresh looks. Caden Elfin getting the start at second base. Started last game against Blaine, went 3 for 3, and they're hoping that he can continue that hot start hitting in the number 9 spot tonight. Reagan Reeder digs in and looks at a called strike, 0-1.
Reeder hitting .353, also a pretty good basketball player.
Well, a number of multi-sport athletes in the Anoka lineup. Breaking pitch was outside, 1-1. Able to put that one over, though, and get back ahead in the count.
I'm sure Coach Mossy looking to see if he can get a number of positive innings from Kopp on the mound here this afternoon.
Poser, a conservative lead.
It's a foul ball.
Well, no, they're saying it's a pass ball.
Oh, it is? Oh,
it is
I thought
strike
he said
3.
Foul. Okay.
It's strike 3. The batter is out because there was a runner at first base.
Right.
But Poser will move over to second base.
I thought he said foul, but I thought he got a piece of it.
No, just off the tip of the glove of Bryce Karen, who obviously hasn't had a lot of time behind the plate because Jaden Kopp has been in that spot for the last 2 seasons, and he's done a nice job.
Will Check hitting .354 on the season. Pretty good average so far here for his high school season.
Another pitch down in the zone. Good stop by Kieran. 2-0. And again, Kopp behind in the count. Misses inside, 3-0. Second time he's gone to a 3-0 count in 3 batters. And that's ball 4. Strikeout in between 2 walks to start the inning. And Hertling an opportunity to help his own cause as he comes to the plate with runners at first and second, 1 away.
Hertling hitting 250, but he is the leading RBI producer on the squad.
This one hit hard to center. It's going to fall before Scheller can get there. Everybody had to hold up, so no chance for Poser to try and score, but now bases loaded with only 1 out. First hit of the ball game for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, an early jam here for Jaden Kopp is a nice piece of hitting there by Hertling. And as you mentioned, helping his cause is that base hits, loads the bases with just that 1 out.
First pitch swinging again, a single to the right field corner. Poser scores easily. Check will come in as well. And that is an RBI double on the first pitch for Evan Frecking.
Well, they're jumping on Copper here early. Still just a 1 away, a couple of runs coming across is another nice base hit to right field.
And those were both on the first pitch. And now 2 runners in scoring position, still only 1 out, and Mason Hosheisel comes to the plate. Little breaking pitch in for a strike. Jackson Pravancha is the courtesy runner at third base. Big swinging strike 2. And Kopp ahead in the count. A strikeout would be huge.
Oh, it would be huge to get that second out. Just going to miss there.
Corners are at regular depth, even with the bases. This one hit high and long down foul territory. Long run coming up empty for Sammy Lee, but
that was a great try.
It was.
A long way to run.
Might have been better to let it fall anyhow.
Right, but you make the catch and
you make
Sportsnet intro. I mean, it wasn't that far from making that catch.
No, that definitely would have been a run.
Oh, right.
But Hoheisel stays in at a 1-2 count. Up and in, ball 2. I was going to say, I'm a little surprised they don't have the corners in to try and stop the run at the plate. 2 already across, but still very early in this ball game.
Nice
that's
pitch.
A good-looking pitch right there. Froze Hoheisel, and that's the second strikeout of the inning for Jaden Kopp.
Yeah, it's been a little bit up and down for Kopp here early, and if he can just hold the Tornadoes to the 2 runs, he will be pleased.
Well, maybe not pleased, but at least relieved.
Well, yeah, but pleased the fact that he didn't give up.
Steps in, looks at a fastball for strike 1. And when he's got ahead in the count, he has done well.
Jungling's hitting 400 on the season.
Behind on the fastball, 0-2. It's not bad out of your number 7 hitter.
No, I'd say. Well, and this Anoka squad coming off a 20-1 win over Cambridge. They hit the ball that night.
This one skied behind short, Ness back on it, makes the catch. And the inning is over with a couple of runners left stranded in scoring position, but 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, 2 left. It's Anoka 2, Coon Rapids 0 after half an inning on CTN. All right, Howie, take a look. Our opponents are on this side, and the Cardinals are over here. Where's the line of scrimmage?
Right here.
Good. So obviously the Cards want to get the ball downfield anywhere over here, and the other guys are pushing back this way over here. So one strategy would take...
Hey, Joe!
What?
Tic-tac-toe, I win!
Back at the ballpark, Cardinals trailing after half an inning. Sammy Lee, the left fielder, will lead things off here in the bottom half of the first, hoping to help his team respond. Logan Ness, the shortstop, starts out on deck with Jaden Kopp, the pitcher, hitting third. Zach Novak in the cleanup spot. Center fielder Danny Scheller is hitting 5, with right fielder Tyler Donnell right behind him. Bryce Karen, Mason Myrie, and Caden Elfin round out the order for Coach Mossy this afternoon. Given some new guys, as we talked about,
Yes.
a little more opportunity late in the season to see what might spark this Cardinal offense.
Always good to see that. Lewis Hertling pitching for Anoka comes in with a 2-1 record. It has a save on the season, but a .93 earned run average. 25 strikeouts and 22 and 2/3 of an inning. So a good pitcher on the mound that these struggling hitters are going to face.
Well, and you mentioned they scored 20 runs their last time out against Cambridge. Isani did Anoka, but that is not typical.
No.
A lot of games that they've won 2-0, 3-2, lower scores, 1-run, close ball games.
Sammy Lee hitting .231 as he steps to the plate.
Hertling just coming out with the heat and getting ahead in the count 0-2.
Well, he's definitely a strikeout pitcher, so he's looking to get this one here to start. Cardinals batting .230 as a team. You talked about the struggles at the plate for Coon Rapids.
Off-speed pitch, caught him at the knees. A 3-pitch strikeout to start the inning for Lewis Hertling. Right down the pipe, just took a little something off it after 2 fastballs to get ahead. And now Logan Ness. First pitch is a fastball, belt high, but just outside.
Ness hitting a .133 on the season.
That one right down the middle to even things up. Stays with the off-speed pitch, but just inside, 2-1.
Yeah, he's trying to work that inside corner.
And now missing down and away with the fastball, 3-1. Up and in, ball 4.
Oh, they earned that walk.
So after a strikeout on 3 pitches to start, a walk on 5 to the second man he faces.
So it looks like the Tornadoes in the field made a change. Jackson Provanka is behind the plate, number 8 for Anoka.
We just saw him as a courtesy runner in the top half of the inning. Now Jaden Kopp, an opportunity to help his own cause, a runner on, one away. Heading the count 2-0 in this one, chop foul.
Kopp hitting 268 as he heads to the plate. I think, Jaden's maybe a better hitter than his average would indicate. He's one of those Cardinals that would love to see that average go north, but 268 above that 230 team average.
In my conversation with Coach Bright before the game, he was saying, we got way too much talent for a 4-win team.
Absolutely.
We're way better than that. Fortunately, everyone makes the playoffs. And we should give a huge shout out to Ma Bright, who tunes in and watches every game.
Absolutely.
And we are happy to have her. Fastball up high, 3-1 now to Jaden Kopp.
He's a big fan of you. Well, who isn't? Sorry, but Ma Bright, big fan of Joe Yen.
Down and away, ball 4. So a strikeout, followed by 2 walks, 2 on with 1 away, and Zach Novak coming to the plate. They have an error on the board for the Cardinals. I'm not sure where they ruled the error, unless the Freckings double to right field being mishandled, and maybe he should have been held to a single. I don't know. I thought that one was pretty well hit.
I thought so as well. Mark Mander's going to be the courtesy runner for Kopp over at first. And Hertling has just doubled his base on balls for the season. Only had 2 coming into the game, already 2 here this afternoon.
Off-speed pitch right in the middle. Strike 1.
Novak hitting 326 as he steps to the plate. One of the better the Cardinal hitters. He and Jared Fearing leading the club in average.
Up and in, 1-1. Timed it up that time, but just a little bit late as he caught that break. Put the bat on it, but well foul.
Yeah, he straightens that out. It goes down to the right field line for a base hit, and most likely scores 2. I'm sorry, scores 1. There's a runner at second. I don't think.
That curveball misses outside, 2-2. Well, Manders is fast.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's that fast.
Depends on exactly where it rolls to in the corner in right field.
This is true as well.
Fastball, he got a piece of it, and then he got a lot of the umpire. Umpires are tough.
They're tough. He shakes it off.
That one pretty much clean to the mask.
Oh, yeah. He took it right off the mask.
And everybody at the ballpark is fine with taking a couple of extra moments between that and the next pitch. Cardinals trying to answer after Anoka scored 2 in the top half of the first inning. The Cardinals have 2 on, 1 out, a 2-2 count to their cleanup hitter, Zach Novak.
got it.
Oh.
Oh, that was close.
Ness
I
was
thought he made
very, very close. Hubner thought he got him.
Yeah.
That was a really good move on the mound by Lewis Hertling.
Yes, it was. Ness was very fortunate he didn't get caught off. Ooh, I think he may have just got his hand in there. Got
2-2 pitch, spins down and away, full count. And Hertling in danger of surrendering his third straight walk to load the bases after starting the inning with a 3-pitch strikeout. Both runners go. This one skied back and out of play. Novak, you mentioned his batting average. He started out really hot. He's been on a little bit lower level the last couple of games, and I know this would be a good time to break out. This one skied behind third in foul territory, and it will be grabbed by Hubner as he reaches back toward the foul line.
And nice defensive play by the shortstop as he's able to, he ran past it a little bit, but able to reach back and make the grab. You're going to see him there as he just over the shoulder a bit. And a big second out for the Tornadoes with runners at first and second.
And now Danny Scheller. Gets a lot of movement on that pitch. Misses inside, 1-0. Fires a fastball past a swinging Scheller to even it up 1-1.
Scheller, another one of the Cardinals looking to get his average up, 147 as he steps to the plate.
This one fouled back and out of play.
That's good work. Keep that chin there, work the other way here. Come on, Danny, ball.
Runners go. Scheller fouls it to the backstop.
With Hertling heading the count, a good opportunity for him here to get out of this inning without any damage.
Stay short to it here.
At the same time, the Cardinals a swing away from
Absolutely.
evening this one up.
Love to see it.
Try to pick off Ness back at second base again. This time he's back in plenty of time.
Logan getting that uniform dirty here early on.
Foul back and out of play again.
Get up.
And he's able to blow a fastball past him for strike three. Second strikeout of the inning, a couple of walks, but both runners left on. Anoka, a 2-0 lead as we head to the second on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you. Nice crowd.
Very good crowd for a Thursday afternoon, and not the beautiful sunny weather we had for the softball game earlier this week.
No.
A couple of days ago, but
Hey, I wasn't sure we'd get this. Wasn't sure what the weather was going to be if we were going to get this one in. They were talking rain, and then they said just the morning, and it really kind of
had a
held
few
off
sprinkles.
for the most part.
Had a few sprinkles in the area this morning, but nothing to threaten today's contest. And Jaden Kopp hoping to have a little bit better second inning. A struggle finding the zone early, a couple of walks. Both guys he walked ended up scoring, gave up a couple of hits. Fastball misses inside. 1-1 to the shortstop, Freddie Hubner.
Hubner batting 300 as he steps to the plate. But yeah, on your comment, he would definitely like to have a little more efficient inning than he did in the first. And we talked about it, he doesn't have a lot of experience on the mound this season.
Catches the outside edge with an off-speed pitch, 1-2.
Oh, it's pretty. Oh, I thought he called the strike. I thought he dropped it. Oh, did it hit him?
It hit him.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say, there's no way that was in the zone.
I know. I thought he called a strike.
No, they only raise one arm when it's
Yeah,
a
I know.
strike.
Let's see where it hit him. Right in the elbow.
Got him on the elbow. And now the number 9 hitter, Sawyer Chell. Shows bunt, takes a strike. Hubner stays at first. Check on Hubner. He's back safely at first.
Well, you put that leadoff runner on, and you talked about it. He hopes to have a more efficient inning, but certainly does not want to lead to any additional runs here, down 2-0.
Fastball misses high, 1-1. Bunt well foul from Chell, and it's 1-2. Fastball misses inside, 2-2. Fouled and out of play. But it stays in the school district property.
It definitely does.
Runner goes, pitches inside. Kieran mishandled it, but I don't know that he'd have had much chance.
No.
Good jump by Hubner.
Yeah.
More importantly, a full count to the batter.
That's Huber's 5th stolen base on the season.
So a full count to Sawyer's Chell. Fouled off and out of play.
Chell doing a nice job protecting the plate.
Another 2-strike foul for Chell. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Misses inside, ball 4.
Chell did a nice job of working the pitch count there, able to earn the walk. So now runners at first and second, nobody out.
And back to the top of the order for Sam Poser. Poser walked and scored first inning. Now with 2 on, nobody out. Shows bunt, pitches in the dirt, skips away from Karen. Everybody moving up 90 feet on the wild pitch.
And we're going to see head coach Matt Mossy take a walk out to the mound here early in this ball game. We talked about Cop with not a lot of varsity experience from on the hill, and I think Coach Mossy just going to go talk to him, calm him down a little bit, maybe talk to him about some of the things that he sees in his throws. Poser had gone down to talk to head coach Shannon Blanchette.
Fastball in for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Runners at second and third, nobody out here in the top of the second inning, and that's a balk.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Ah.
This has definitely not been the inning that Cop wanted. And this one stroked into right. It'll fall in front of Donnell. The run from third, Sawyer Chell will score easily. An RBI single for Poser and a 4-0 lead for Anoka.
Yeah, and still nobody out. So they put up 2 runs in the first and now 2 more runs here in the second.
But a hit by pitch, there was a wild pitch, a balk, a walk, and now an RBI single. Pitch misses outside to Reagan Reeder. Reeder struck out in the first. One of 2 strikeouts that Cop was able to get in that inning. That's a good pitch right there. Evens the count at 1-1. Fastball in for a strike, and Cop ahead in the count.
I think Cop needs a hat that's maybe a little size smaller because it keeps coming off his head almost every time he throws. Especially when he throws that fastball.
Sammy Lee had to clear an errant ball from the JV field that was in foul territory. Now back to live action, a 1-2 count to Reagan Reeder. Out in front of that, but able to stay alive at 1-2. Pop this one back and out of play. Another pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Kieran, but Poser was already on the move and easily over to second base.
Yeah, there wasn't going to be much they could do about that. But you talked earlier about, not a lot of huge run production for Anoka, that 20-1 win. They've had a couple of wins this season where they've scored 10.
This one skied foul and will get out of play as well. Rieger keeping this at-bat going. Get an opportunity at another 2-2 pitch. Curveball finally gets him swinging, and a strikeout for Kopp, his third of the day.
Yeah, big one, because they needed that first out.
Took 8 pitches,
Yeah.
but he gets Frecking to chase one up out of the zone. And now Will Check also walked and scored in the first. Fastball catches the outside edge, 0-1.
Yeah, it's all about trying to get out of a jam for Jaden Kopp.
Curveball hit foul and out of play. Kopp of the driver's seat at 0-2. Runner at second base, still only one out. 2 across here in the inning. And a called strike, bottom part of the zone. Check hung his head in disbelief and trots back to the dugout. Some comments from our
Let's see. It's
the Anoka faithful behind us.
It was definitely, as you said, bottom part of the zone.
Back-to-back strikeouts, but first pitch swinging again for Hertling. He has his second hit of the day. Rounding and coming home to score is Poser. Hertling 2 for 2 with an RBI. And it's a 5-0 lead.
It was a nice piece of hitting there as he turned on that pitch and found the green.
So there's no way that's Pravancha. Do we have 2 number 8s on this team? Because now he's the courtesy runner for Hertling again. It did definitely look like number 8 was behind the plate.
Well, because originally we had number 2 behind the plate, but that's not the case. We'll have to look when we.
Gonna bring up Evan Frecking. He had a 2-run double first time up. Runner at first with 2 out, 2 across in the inning. Talk about efficient. Hertling 2 for 2 on 2 pitches. Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. How did you put number 2 in as number 9?
I don't know if I got that, or did I just put it in as because that's the number.
That's the
catcher
of the
spot.
position.
I was doing this in a real hurry today, and I apologize. It was a busy day at work, and I had to get this.
So it is Luke Duchesne.
It is Luke
behind the
Duchesne.
plate.
So
Okay.
at least we're just still in the second inning. We figured it out.
Called the strike. The throw is in time, and the runner is out trying to steal. That we know is Pravancha.
Yeah.
Caught stealing to end the inning, but 3 across for Anoka on 2 hits, or 1 hit. Nobody left. It's 4-0 after an inning and a half on CTN. Well, the Cardinals in a big hole, and we've talked about the offense has struggled, to say the least. Even in their wins, 4 wins, they've averaged a little better than 5 runs a game in those 4 wins. But here you are, you need 5 runs just to tie. Tyler Donnell leading off, first pitch swinging, little soft pop up to short, easy play for Freddie Hubner. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, that's starting your bottom half of the inning out quickly.
That'll bring up the catcher, Price Karen. Hertling did have a couple of walks. Certainly threw more pitches than he would have liked in that first inning.
So
But getting a 1 pitch out to start here in the second is definitely nice. And we talked about how he's done offensively quite well. Fastball blown past Karen up high, 1-1.
So Karen only with 1 plate appearance so far this season, looking for his first hit.
Off speed pitch, got Karen out in front of it, 1-2. Hertling has used the changeup quite a bit. Gets a lot of movement on it. There it is again. Induces a slow roller to Hoheisel, who scoops and tags for out number 2. And that'll bring up first baseman Mason Myrie.
Myrie hitting 174 on the season.
Gets fastball pitch 1, fouls it to the backstop.
Oh, that hit him square in the back.
So now both pitchers have a hit batter in their scorecard today. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Caden Alfin. Runner at first, 2 out. Alfin takes a pitch in high.
Helfand hitting an even 100.
Looks at that one for strike one. Evens the count. Chops this one in front of third. Reeder scoops, throws. Good stretch by Hoheisel for out number 3. A very quick bottom half of the second. Anoka right back at the plate, leading 5-0 after 2 innings on CTN.
Did you know that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming at me, they could have the point. I like my hands. They're dainty.
Huh?
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
The pooch.
Four-legged friends welcome as long as they behave themselves and enjoy the ballpark as much as everyone else. New pitcher for the Cardinals as Danny Scheller will come on.
So Donnell's going to move over to center as he'll take Scheller's spot, and Kopp will go over into right. That is how you have it defensively.
Okay. Evan Frecking was at the plate when Provencha was thrown out trying to steal second. So he will dig in with a fresh 0-0 count. First to see Danny Scheller, and he sees a fastball for strike one.
Scheller comes in with an 0-1 record, a 6.3 earned run average, a couple of strikeouts on the season.
One-two pitch, and he got him to commit on a curveball for strike three. Nice way to enter the ball game in relief for Danny Scheller.
Well, I'm not sure what Coach Massey thought and how long he was going to keep Kopp out there, but I know he wanted, I would think he wanted a few more than 2 innings out of him, but nonetheless.
56 pitches.
It's
in
a
those
lot.
2 innings.
It's a lot of pitches. I know.
It was a rough go. Hoheisel looks at a strike that apparently caught the outside edge. Off-speed pitch gets him swinging 0-1 or 0-2. I'll figure this game out sooner or later.
Eventually. We'll just keep going. We'll keep going until we get it right. This could be a long time.
That pitch way up high all the way to the backstop. Easy take for Hoheisel with 2 strikes. Scheller back-to-back strikeouts to start his relief appearance.
Yeah, pretty nice way to start when you're coming in here and you're down 5-0. You certainly do not want to give up any more runs at this point. And Danny Shelley doing a good job of coming to the mound and getting a couple of strikeouts for the first 2 outs of this inning.
Logan Jungling, the DH. Looks at a changeup, strike one. And a fastball makes it 0-2. Another fastball, this one fouled out of play. Jungling lives to see another pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts on 4 pitches each. This is the 4th pitch to Jungling, just saying. This one chopped foul. We'll try pitch number 5. Fastball blown past him. 3 straight strikeouts for Danny Scheller. Comes on in relief, strikes out the side. Cardinals back at the dish, trailing 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd on CTN.
All right, Joe. In high school football, the snap ends when A, the ball is moved from its place on the ground, B, the ball leaves the snapper's hands, or C, the ball touches the ground or any other player. You don't have to raise your hand, Joe. Yes, Joe?
I love football.
Ah, yikes.
Fans down both sidelines, getting a good view of a game that so far has been dominated by the Anoka Tornadoes. And we'll see another change in the lineup for the Cardinals. Jared Fearing will dig in.
Fearing the leading hitter on this ball club as he steps to the plate, batting .378.
This one skied to center. Chell strolls in, waits for it, and makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, it didn't have to move too far. It's kind of a lazy high fly ball.
Logan Ness, walk his first time up. Can't catch up with the fastball from Hertling. 0-1. There's that changeup.
That's a pretty pitch.
Looks like it's coming up and into the right-handed hitter and then falls right over in the zone. 0-2. Goes back to it, gets Neff swinging for strike 3. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Hertling.
Yeah, a couple of quick outs here for Anoka in the field. It's a pretty
Well, after
pitch.
throwing 27 pitches in the first, he got through the Cardinals in order in just 10 pitches in the second. And now he's got 2 outs on just 5 pitches so far here in the third. Again, goes back to that changeup, misses down and away to Jaden Kopp. Kopp also a walk his first time up.
Yeah. Couldn't hold up.
Could not hold up. Called the strike by our home plate umpire. No need to check with the base ump. Goes back to that change. I don't know if it's a change or a curve. It doesn't have a huge break to it, but it's got enough. And then back to the fastball, called strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts in another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the fourth. Anoka 5, Coon Rapids 0 on CTA.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Today we're on soccer, Joe. So my goal is to kick around some topics with you, but I don't want to foul things up by being too forward.
Please stop that.
So could you assist me?
Stop.
Maybe pass some ideas
How?
so we can tackle this together?
Howie?
Oh, boy. I'm just saying, this really isn't my field.
Unbelievable. Blankets out.
Yeah, it's a
In
little chilly, a
mid-May.
little windy.
But we're playing ball.
Yes, we are, and that's the important thing.
Anoka Tornadoes with 2 runs in the first, 3 more in the second. Enjoying a 5-0 lead. 8 and 9 hitters start off this 4th inning. That's the same place that started the 2nd inning. Freddie Hubner was hit by a pitch and later scored. And then Sawyer Chell, the number 9 hitter, walked and scored in that inning. 3-run inning for the Tornadoes. Danny Scheller struck out the side when he came on in the third. First pitch hit well to right, but Kopp well positioned. Just a few steps to his left for out number 1.
Yeah, he didn't have to go too far. And again, a quick first out of the inning.
Fastball called a strike for Schellers. Sawyer Chell, as I mentioned, walked and scored first time up. Had quite a battle at the plate. This one fired high and wide and all the way to the backstop.
Yeah, that one didn't hit the mark. Not where he wanted it.
Well, not a problem when there's nobody on base.
Yeah, absolutely.
1-1 pitch. Takes something off. This one rolled right back up the middle, scooped up by Ness, but he's not able to make a play.
I think for that ball was hit to the up the middle and would have been a tough play even if he'd been able to make the throw.
Yeah, I think he just put it in his pocket
Yeah.
because by the
Well,
time
he thought about
got
it.
to it,
Yeah.
he knew there was no chance to get the runner, and rather than risk the errant throw, he'll just put it in his pocket. He had to go a long way. He
Yes, he
fielded
did.
that on the second base side of,
Yep.
or on the first base side of second.
Yep.
So an infield single for player Cal. Easy for me to say.
Here, I'll get some oil for you. There you go. Is that better?
Sam Poser, as you see, he's got a single, an RBI. He scored a couple of runs. This one skied and will get out of play. He has scored it both times. has a stolen base in there as well. Chow, a very conservative lead at first. Off-speed pitch just misses inside to even the count at 1-1 to Sam Poser. Yeah, this is one of the best attended ball games that I've been to in a while. Called strike. And Kieran had a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove, and it'll be a stolen base for Sawyer Chell.
Yeah, he had a double clutch.
Two and two. Curveball misses outside, full count. Misses just low, and that's ball 4. So after a 1 pitch out to start, a single and a walk, and the Tornadoes meat of the order coming up.
Reagan Reeder, an opportunity for him to see if he can get the Tornadoes on the board again here in top of the 4th.
Well, Reeder, Cop struggled against much of the Anoka order, but Reeder struggled against Cop.
Yeah.
2 strikeouts in his 2 appearances. Lead runner is going. Kieran's throw is to the foul side of the base, and sliding in safely is Chell. Poser easily moves over to second at the same time.
Well, now it's just 1 out. Cardinals in danger of base hit to the outfield here. Should score 2.
One and 1 count, and Scheller steps off. Double checking the count, and now they're going to say it is 2-0. On the throwdown, it did appear that the home plate umpire had signaled a strike. I didn't think it was a strike, but now it's 3-0 to Reagan Reeder.
Yeah, now you're a pitch away from loading the bases with just 1 out.
Inside, ball 4, and they're all loaded up for Will Check. And that means that Lewis Hertling, the Anoka pitcher, is on deck and will come to the plate most likely with an opportunity to pad his stats and his lead at the same time. And we talked about he's had a nice afternoon on the hill and at the plate. 2 for 2 with an RBI. Will Check walked and scored in the first, punched out in the second inning. First offering is up and in, 1-0. Inside again, 2-0. So after striking out the side in his first inning of relief, a rough go so far here in inning number 2 for Danny Scheller. Bases loaded, 1 out, a 2-0 pitch, misses low, 3-0.
Yeah, you certainly do not want to walk in the run here in this situation. Already trailing 5-0.
And that is ball 4 up high. Back-to-back 4-pitch walks. And this one will bring in run number 6 of the game for Anoka. And again, Hertling at the plate.
With bases juiced.
Is 2 for 2 with an RBI. First pitch, finds the gap on the left side. He's got his 3rd base knock of the ball game. He's seen 3 pitches. He's hit all 3.
That's incredible.
2 RBI.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
And he hit it past Novak, who was drawn in. Cardinals trying to cut down every run now.
Yes.
Is even more of a concern than it was in that first inning when we had spoken about it. Evan Frecking now, a 2-run double back in the first. Struck out leading off the last inning. This one popped up and out of play. And Shapiro, that I expect you to put a little more effort in.
Well, you know, it's been one of those days. And sleep well last night. It was a busy day.
Tough day at work.
Tough day at work.
Fastball down and in, 1-1. And way up high, 2-1. Tornadoes able to put up crooked numbers now in 3 of the first 4 innings, building that 7-run lead, and they have 3 more on.
Oh, nice pitch.
That's a great-looking pitch there from Danny Scheller.
Yeah,
maybe he freaked Frecking out a bit.
He needs an out here.
It's one of my favorite Frecking names of all time.
Frecking.
Goes back to that speed pitch and then sails the throw home. It was set up for a 1-2-3 double play to end the inning. Instead, an E1 is going to allow 2 runs to score. And it's a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, that's just, you know, he knows that was just a miscue on his behalf because he didn't really have to rush the throw. He had just a solid throw, would have had him at the plate. So Coach Bossie's going to come out and have a chat.
And it's sometimes the easy plays that are the hardest to make, as you see Frecking legging it out down the line, not aware of what was happening behind him. Heads up base running allowed Will Check to score from second on the errant throw. And Pravancha, who has been busy as a courtesy runner, went first to third on that error.
You know, 9 runs on 6 hits for Anoka.
Eighth batter of this inning. Runners at the corners, 1 out for Mason Hoheisel. The first base minor has also been a strikeout victim both times he has come to the plate. That pitch down in the dirt. Good stop by Price Karen.
Yeah, I did a really nice job of just pushing his body in front of that baseball, making sure it stayed there.
Keep it in front of you.
Yep.
A lot of foul territory back here, and speedy runner and Pravancha at second or at third. This one grounded on the right side, bobbled by Myrie. Run comes home. Everybody safe. Back-to-back errors. Costly for the Cardinals.
Costly.
They now trail by 10.
Yeah, absolutely. They could have been out of this inning.
And now Logan Jungling, 9th hitter of the inning for Anoka. First pitch sails on Scheller.
Price Karen did a great job of just getting that to his mitt. That looked like it was going to sail past him. and your base runners move up.
There's a good fastball
Yes.
right down the pipe, challenging Jungling, and swings and comes up empty, 1-1. Five runs in the inning for Anoka. Off speed pitch called for a strike, 1-2. Fastball blown past him for strike 3.
Boy, do they need that second out here. They have to stop the bleeding.
And now Freddie Hubner, who started this inning by hitting the first pitch of the inning into right field for an out.
He's getting a do-over.
Since then, a couple of hits, 3 walks, couple of errors, 5 runs. And that one is through the wickets on Karen. Both runners advance 90 feet on the wild pitch.
Yeah, this is a tough top of the fourth for Coon Rapids. Again, just looking to get out of it without any more damage. Already down 10-0.
Up and in, maybe spooked Hubner a little bit. That had some velocity on it.
It did.
Curveball called a strike, 2-1. Catches the outside edge, 2-2.
Scheller needs it here.
Curveball hit back up the middle.
Oh.
Backhanded stick by Scheller.
Wow.
And the throw over. And it was an ugly inning.
But
what a beautiful way to end it.
that'll make the intro to Sports Night. I guarantee it.
Impressive backhanded stick on the hill for Danny Scheller. But Anoka scores 5, and they lead 10-0 as we go to the bottom half of the fourth on CTN.
Did you know? City code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Fourth inning stretch at the ballpark. And it has been all tornadoes so far. Lewis Hertling has been very tough on the hill. He's given up a couple of walks. He hit a batter. But so far, no hits. A lot of hits on the other side. Well, actually, a lot of runs. 10 runs on 6 hits for the Anoka Tornadoes. The Cardinals have committed a couple of errors. Been a handful of walks. And 5-run fourth inning for Anoka really opened it up. A couple of errors where they had the opportunity to end the inning.
Yep. Unfortunately, could not get it done because of the errors.
Look at where that was. Let's see. So I think they had 2 runs across already, but 2 runs scored on an error that could have easily ended the inning. looked like a tailor-made 1-2-3 double play, which happens to be one of my favorite double plays. That and the strikeout throwout double play.
I like the strikeout throwout double
which
play.
we saw last time against Mayo. Hertling able to slip the changeup in for a strike. 2-1 to Zach Novak. Novak a pop-up to shortstop, first time up. And Hertling back to even in the count, 2-2. Spins that one down and away, and the count is full. Needed just 10 pitches in the second inning and 9 in the third. This one skied in foul territory and out of play, and
almost hit our.
I was going to say ducking cover on top of the CTN van.
Almost.
Hoheisel gave a good effort.
There he is. Good job by our phenomenal crew here.
They make us look
Snetler.
good.
Yep.
Or better.
Oh, yeah.
This one hit high to short right center, and Chell able to make the catch.
It was an adventure for sure.
Looked like it might just find the gap right between all three of them.
I thought it was at first.
Looks like both Chell and Frecking in position to make a play on it. And now Danny Scheller struck out in his first at bat back in the first inning. Now with one out, nobody on. High fly to center. Waiting and waiting on it is Chell, and finally able to squeeze it for out number 2. My shoe.
Got to tie that shoe. You got to make sure it's tied.
Didn't need shoes for that last one.
He did not.
The first one,
he did
for sure.
Yeah, it may have come untied in that long run to make that first out of this inning.
Tyler Donnell pop up to short, first time up. Underneath the fastball, 0-1. Fastball called for a strike, 0-2. And after a 7-pitch at bat to Novak, Hertling able to get a 1-pitch out and now ahead in the count, 0-2. And now inside to Donnell, 1-2.
On Hertling again, trying to make a quick inning of it.
Great break on that one. Completely fooled Tyler Donnell. That's his 5th strikeout of the ball game. And it's 10-0 as we head to the 5th on CTN.
Did you know properties are required to have garbage and recycling service with a licensed hauler? On Collection Day, place your carts 2 feet behind the curb. Collection containers should not be placed in the street. And don't forget, containers are not allowed at the curb on non-collection days. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
So Howie, did you know the term soccer actually came from England?
But don't the English call soccer football, like pretty much everyone else?
Yeah, but only after we started saying soccer and the world was mocking us for it.
So you're saying the UK set us up?
Yep, sabotage.
Brits.
Back at the ballpark, Anoka fans have had plenty to cheer about this afternoon. Their team on the correct end of a 10-0 score. They had 5 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors in that fourth. So Scheller would like to get back to his 3rd inning form rather than the 4th inning form, if at all possible. Sawyer Chell will lead things off from the number 9 spot.
Well, what he would like is a quick inning so his squad can get back to the plate.
Chell is 1 for 1, a single, a walk, 2 runs scored, a couple of stolen bases in there as well. 2 fastballs missing high for Scheller, and it's 2-0 to Chell. And now down low, 3-0. He had an amazing play. One of the best plays. I mean, you can't draw it up.
Oh.
The defensive stick, that was fantastic.
That was amazing.
And
he wasn't even looking at it.
Well, and he didn't even get excited about it.
No, he just
which
was
the best part.
nonchalant. Yeah, it happens every day.
It's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I'm playing ball. He just wanted to get out of the inning, but a beautiful backhanded stab.
Yeah, that was fun.
But he walks the leadoff man, Chell, and back to the top of the order go the Tornadoes. And we'll have a new batter. Zach Abrahamson.
He's hitting 167 on the season.
Catches the top of the zone with that pitch to even the count, 1-1. Slips that one by him, and Scheller gets ahead in the count, 1-2. Curveball in for a called 3rd strike. Scheller frozen with a nice looking bender. It's the 5th strikeout of the outing for Danny Scheller.
Yeah, that was again, he needed that. It's that first out of the inning.
One out, one on now for Reagan Reeder. Reeder, a little half swing foul out of play. Reeder able to walk and score.
Can't say that fast 6 times.
I'm having trouble saying anything today, apparently. Curveball grounded through the right side of the infield. A single for Reagan Reeder. Sawyer Chell moves over to second base.
Now the Tornadoes have little something cooking here with 1 away in the top half of the 5th. Already up 10-0.
That'll bring up Will Check. The left fielder has walked and scored twice. Had a strikeout in the middle.
I wonder if he was a hockey player. Great hockey name.
I'll have to check on that.
Oh, you do so. And then if you're right, I'll send you a check.
First pitch, pop back out of play. Tornadoes know they're in a spot where Coon Rapids needs to score at least 1 to extend the game beyond this inning, but they'd like to put some more insurance on the board if they can. Check holds off of that one, but a called strike. 0-2. And now missing down and in. Another one down and in. Good stop by Karen.
Well, as you mentioned, Price Karen doesn't get a lot of time behind the plate with Jaden Kopp usually in the lineup behind the dish for Coon Rapids. He's made a couple of nice stops.
Curveball down in the dirt. Both runners are going to advance. Shell got a great break from second base, and the pitch being in the dirt, there was no chance for Karen to dig it out. Reeder just follows his lead and heads over to second. Infield in for the Cardinals. The 3-2 pitch is a called third strike.
Wow, big strikeout.
Check thought he was headed to first to load him up. Instead, he's heading back to the dugout with his second strikeout of the afternoon. And now this next pitch is what it's all about,
It is.
right?
He could hit four base hits on 4 pitches. Is that what you're looking at?
That's what I'm wondering. Lewis Hertling is 3 for 3 on 3 pitches. He's got 2 RBI. And you're not going to swing at that.
You're definitely not going to. So there it goes. There goes the theory. You had that letter to Ripley's Believe It or Not already written out.
Does Ripley's Believe It or Not still
I have no clue.
Kids are going, what?
What's that?
Jack Palance. Great. He and James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
I suppose you put Logan or Freeman in there as well.
Yep.
Morgan Freeman. Greatest voiceover actors. But Jack Palance was like the original. He was before those others. Believe it or not. 3-0 now the count to Lewis Hertling. This one grounded foul. I was going to say maybe, it's 3 hits on 3 pitches and then a walk on 4, but that wasn't
meant to be.
either. Hertling has had a day here on both sides. Could add to it here. 3-1 pitch hit back up the middle and through, his 4th hit of the game. In comes his 3rd RBI, and Reeder is going to score with his 4th RBI of the game. So nice day for your pitcher to go 4 for 4 with 4 RBI.
Yeah, and that adds a couple more runs now. That builds that lead up to 12-0, which makes it a very difficult bottom half of the 5th for Coon Rapids when they get to the plate.
Yes, now they will need at least 3. And we now will see Jackson Provancha picking up a bat and getting into the lineup.
We knew it was going to happen eventually.
So who's the courtesy runner? I just expected that
one.
he was at first. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is.
That's not
actually.
Hertling at first.
I saw the 1. I didn't see the 7. That's Braden Cherry.
Of course
it is.
Who else would it be?
Yeah, well, it could have been 1 of 2 guys. So.
Provancha steps in with a runner at first, 2 away. First pitch is a fastball for a strike, 0-1. This one grounded to 3rd. Novak on a couple of hops, takes his time, gets it over to Donnell to Myrie rather, for out number 3. But 2 more runs for Anoka on 2 more hits. And they lead 12-0 going to the bottom of the 5th on CTA.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, Log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Okay, I have a couple good ones for you, Joe. How do football players stay cool? By standing next to the fans. What kind of tea do football players drink? Penalty. Why can't you play football with pigs? Because they hog the ball.
So Lewis Hertling has thrown 4 innings without surrendering a hit. He has given up 2 walks and hit a batter. He has retired the last 7 he has faced, and he has been incredibly efficient over the last 3 innings. Meanwhile, at the plate, 4 for 4 with 4 RBI. And a fastball blown past Price Karen.
You're just calling attendance, I know.
And then goes back to that changeup that just drops in, make it 0-2. Kieran with a ground ball to first base back in the 2nd inning. And a 3-pitch strikeout to start the inning for Lewis Hertling.
Lewis Hertling wants to make this a quick inning and get that quick win for the Tornadoes, already up 12-0. And obviously the Cardinals down their last 2 outs.
And their bottom 2 in the batting order. Mason Myrie was hit by a pitch first time up. Holds off, and that pitch stays just high, 1-0. Fastball misses well high, 2-0. And that one's in the zone, no doubt, 2-1. Hertling working quickly. Myrie got a piece of that one, but it's 2-2.
Deshane's going to come out and talk to Hertling. I'm not sure if he saw something. He's just going to suggest a pitch, but we'll see what he offers here.
2-2 to Mason Myrie with 1 out here at the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals trailing by 12.
Well, that wasn't the pitch.
Maybe they were talking about trying to get him to reach for one above his eyebrows.
Maybe.
Myrie lays off.
Smartly.
Full count. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts to start this inning. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Hertling. 7 in the ball game. That'll bring up Caden Elfin, a ground ball to third. Back in the 2nd. Cardinals down to their last out. They need 3 runs just to get to the 6th inning. Called strike on the inside edge, 0-1. This one chopped back up the middle on a couple of hops. Poser over to Hoheisel, and a no-hitter for Lewis Hertling. Oh, and by the way, he also
went 4 for 4.
Went 4 for 4 with 4 RBI.
Definitely the star of the game here this afternoon, and unfortunately the Cardinals on the wrong end of that 12-0 loss, and that's going to drop them to 4-8 and move the Tornadoes to 12-4 on the season.
Yeah, and back-to-back games for the Cardinals where they've given up double digits,
Yep.
and that's
That's
always a concern, not only with the pitching but the defense. A couple of errors back-to-back, and a team that is just not handling adversity well. But that will do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score is Anoka 12, Coon Rapids 0. We want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. This has been a Millington and Burlingame production, and we certainly appreciate that, as well as the direction of Joel Sipper.
Joel's, wait, look out, he's coming out of the
Howie
truck.
Shapiro and I.
Duck, he's coming after you.
Howie Shapiro and I are just a side note.
We are.
But that's going to do
Always
it.
have
We
been.
appreciate you all. Thank you, and good night.